Hey guys, Jonathan here. Today I want to talk about coffee. Now, most of you out there in the construction industry, you guys go out before you go to the job, you're on your way to work. We all go for it. May not be all, but most of us go for our coffee every day before we head out to work. Especially us guys in the trade. When we're on our way to the construction site, we gotta go pick up coffee. If we get to the construction site like 30 minutes early, we go out, take that 30 minutes between that and the time to start to go get our coffee. It keeps us awake, focused, and on the move. Another thing about it is the expense of purchasing it every day. Most of us will make coffee at home and bring in a thermos. But then over time, one or two, maybe one out of or 3 out of 5 construction workers will forget to finish their coffee in their thermos, and the thermos is not, let's just say it doesn't really last too long and your coffee's cold. And like I said, some of us don't like our coffee cold. We like it hot, like myself. So I started finding better ways to bring my own coffee. First thing I started doing is obviously bringing a thermos. But the thermos I had didn't really last too long, and sometimes I would forget to finish my coffee, and when I get a chance to go back to it, it's cold, and I hate cold coffee. I like it hot. Then that became a bit of an issue where I would just end up wasting coffee that I make. And I have to go purchase another cup, which knowing me, I like to save money. By going online and doing some research, I found a solution. That was when I turned to Makita. Makita came out with their very first cordless coffee maker. The design was fantastic at first, but it was a little bit cumbersome where it became a 2-piece set, meaning the main entire hub of the unit and a separate battery pack which was connected in the back of the coffee maker. Now, I said to myself, I don't really want to lug a tall coffee maker around with a separate battery pack. So Makita did come out with their second product. It was the Makita Cordless Coffee Maker, model number DCM501. Now this coffee maker actually takes 2 to 3 different batteries, which was amazing at first. I thought it was ingenious. The unit takes CXT batteries and LXT batteries from 10.4 volts to 12 volts, and then 14 volt and 18 volt LXT. First thing I want to add is that it has that dual sliding mechanism door where you can alternate between 2 different batteries, whether it's a 12 volt or an 18 volt or 14 volt battery. I think that was ingenious, and for those who are on a 12 volt platform and an 18 volt or 18 volt up a platform, you can alternate. Another feature to it was the coffee filter holder, and also a second filter holder for coffee pots. It featured the coffee pot holder here in the States in case maybe those of you who prefer a coffee pot holder and like to drink coffee through coffee pots. Since we don't have much coffee pods available here in the States, I found a even better way of making use of it by using tea bags. You can also use to make and brew tea. Another cool feature is the scoop, the coffee ground scoop. I think that was pretty cool. It's very convenient, and you don't have to go around looking for a spoon or anything to scoop up your coffee grounds. Another feature also is the plastic see-through water tank. It's also removable, and it's recommended that you remove the tank to fill it up how much you need in your cup. It's easy to clean, easy to store back into the unit. You don't have to worry about placing it back in and the water jumping back on you. It safely and easily stores the tank back into the reservoir and clips back onto a spring mechanism that helps the waters begin to insert into the unit. Another feature also is the overflow holes. Now the coffee maker comes with these overflow holes in case of excessive overflow of water to prevent from damage of the equipment. Another feature is also the on and off button. Now when you turn it on, it also indicates whether you have a low battery, where the LED light will flash, letting you know that there's a low battery. And it also turns off when the brewing process is complete. Another thing it also comes with is the coffee cup itself, the Makita logo attached to it, and also the coffee cover, which also acts as a funnel for your coffee. Now, you have an option whether to use the funnel or not. You can remove the funnel, and it makes it easier to remove the cup. Putting the funnel cover on prevents the cup from being removed, so you have to remove the filter holder and then remove the mug. So what I started to do is removing the lid and just putting the cup straight through. Now, if you're the type that maybe wants to, have that funneling effect when you want all your coffee in, that's fine, no problem. You have that option. Another really swell feature to it is also the handle, the flip handle. You can actually transport it a lot easier with the flipping handle and carry it around to job site or wherever you may need the coffee maker. It's also easy to store it inside any Makita Cube bag, tool bag. Now the tool bag is sold separately. If you have a spare cube bag from Makita, either the blue or the black, you can easily store it in there without a problem. I was able to store mine and transport it to the job site and use it actually for quite some time, and I gotta tell you, it was a game changer for me. Now I find this really handy when transporting, because not only can you don't have to take off all the pieces out, like for instance the mug, the filter holder, or the pot holder, or any of the internal parts that you need to take out, like such as the reservoir, tank reservoir, water tank, or the spoon. You can keep everything all at once and carry it without the worry of the coffee mug sliding out or any other parts coming, dropping or coming apart as you carry it. It's easy to transport. You don't have to worry about losing any parts to it, and it's just it's pretty durable in my opinion. I use my cube bag for that reason actually. When I purchased it over on Amazon, you could purchase it for like $15 to $18, the bag itself, just for that. And I find it so easy to transport it around. It's also good and ideal for maybe service technicians as well, where you don't want to go run around to the nearby store or deli or Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks and purchase coffee or wait in line. You can have your coffee maker right there sitting next to you and done. You save time and money. Now, the runtime on these coffee makers, it depends on how much you're brewing. The average time of for a coffee cup to be brewed is on an 18-volt battery is approximately 5 minutes. Now, I ran that time in real time on the job site, and I find out that it's actually 6 minutes on a 3.0 amp hour battery. It also runs a little longer, more than 7 minutes, to brew coffee on a 2.0 amp hour battery, and it drains the battery much quicker as well. On a 14.4 volt battery, it also runs at approximately 5 minutes, and on a 10.8 volt battery or 12 volt battery, you get 7 minutes brewing time. That's the average amount of battery usage and the amount of brewing time it takes, the amount of time it takes to brew your coffee into the Makita coffee maker. Now, if you have something, let's say a bigger battery, like a 6.0 amp hour battery, you're most likely to probably get a little bit of less of a time, or the average time. It takes a few minutes, but it's worth it in my opinion. Although that's my only flaw about the coffee maker, is that it takes a bit too long to make my coffee than the average coffee maker. Now, the average coffee maker that I have at home, a plug-in type, takes approximately around 3 minutes to make a small cup of coffee. The brewing time, I believe, is because of the fact that it's draining so much power to the battery. It needs a little more time to heat up the heating elements inside the internal parts of the coffee maker. It takes a little longer to heat up and to boil and brew your coffee, which is fine and acceptable. But I'm pretty sure Makita is going to find ways to, innovative ways to make this process a lot quicker and faster. Now, maintenance on this is actually quite clear in the instructions. It basically prefers that when you're starting to do daily cleaning, it basically doesn't want you to use any abrasive material or scrubbing pads to clean it down internally. All you need to do is get a paper towel, a damp paper towel, and some soap, and just clean along the insides of the tank, of the reservoir tank. You also want to clean the coffee cup holders regularly with a small amount of detergent of detergent soap and warm water. Now, cleaning internally with the internal parts, it's quite simple. It recommends you use a citric acid based chemical to keep this unit clean daily by using 120 milliliters of water and diluting it with a small amount of the citric acid chemical. Then run the unit without the coffee holder and filter straight into the cup. You have to repeat this process at least 8 to 10 times to make sure you get a thorough cleaning of the internals parts inside your coffee maker. It's highly recommended that you clean the unit daily. I tend to use just regular cold tap water and some lemon juice, which also contains citric. It's a natural citric acid. Repeat the process at least twice, and then afterwards let it run with cold water afterwards. I repeated the process, and sure enough, the cleaning instructions was on point. It kept my coffee maker clean. It kept the coffee maker clean and operational. Now this coffee maker, I gotta tell you guys, like I said, it is a game changer for the contractors. I highly recommend you have at least maybe 2 to 3 batteries, and it's recommended to use a 3.0 battery and up. On a 3.0 battery, it tends to take the entire battery charge, 1 full cup of coffee. It's highly recommended you have another backup battery in case you want to make 2 or more. I haven't tested on a 4.0, 5.0, or 6.0 as yet, but I will get there in the next update of the tool review of this coffee maker. All in all, this coffee maker is reliable, dependable, and I gotta tell you, it's just a sweet tool to have. It may not be an actual tool, but as an appliance, well worth having. It also defeats the purpose of looking for outlets, for power, for a corded type. Cordless is the way, guys. If you want to go with power tools, go with a cordless power tool. Now, this is not considered a power tool, but an appliance that uses power tool accessory. Now, this coffee maker does not include the charger nor the battery, so you have to purchase them separately. I find it to be really reliable. I like it a lot. Really, really awesome to have. And I don't have to worry about going across the street or going down the block to go get myself a cup of coffee and wasting time. I can just make it right there in the shanty, not leaving the job site, drink my coffee, have my little coffee break, and then get right back to work. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have any questions or any comments, just leave it in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, smash that like button. Also, if you haven't already, get subscribed and tap the bell. You want to get notified for future videos like this. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Take care, watch each other's back, help one another out, always wear your personal protective equipment, and I'll see you guys next time. You like that video? Why don't you smash that like button down below? Also, if you got any questions, you can comment down below. If you want to see some tool reviews, tool demonstrations, or even some job site tag-alongs, then what are you waiting for? Subscribe! Till next time, guys. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next one.